Good morning. Sean's still got man flu. It's like normal flu, but with added drama and moaning and wanting to make a last will and testament in it.
Oh, I made it yesterday.
It's just a common cold, but with an Oscar-winning performance.
It is,
really?
yes. I'm brilliant at it.
How are you feeling any better yet?
No, I'm a chuff.
He's had it over a week now. So last week, you might remember I put the roof bars on our little mini truck, our little pickup, and I managed to do it without, well, smashing anything or hurting anybody, which was good. This week, we're going to go a little bit further, and we're going to put our roof tent on the roof. It makes sense, you know.
This is going to be fun.
Just before we go any further, nothing in this video has been given to us free or is sponsored or anything. Because
no, we bought it. Stealth paid for it.
There's going to be logos and stuff. So we are putting a tent box on the roof, but it's not sponsored. We didn't get it free or subsidised or discounts or freebies or anything.
We're not that lucky.
No, we're not. We haven't got enough followers for that. It is a bit breezy, so it might be a bit fun putting a tent up in the wind.
Wow.
We've done worse. Let's get on with it.
I always try to do most of the work myself, but because my back's held together with hope and paracetamol, rather than end up folded up like a deck chair, I've bribed one of the neighbours with a promise of a play with my scale X-Trick to come and help Sean move the tent box for me, because, as it turns out, spinal integrity is actually quite important. The tent box does come really well packed, but just be careful if you are opening it with a knife because you don't want to rip anything inside. Once it's unboxed, Justin and Sean lifted it onto the trailer for me so that I could get to it a bit easier. You could just put it on the floor. If you're going to do that, make sure there's something on the ground to protect it from rocks and stuff. But it is easier to set it up raised like this, as you'll see in a moment.
Wow, it is bright this morning and it's a bit breezy. And it's actually a good thing that it's a little bit breezy, because when we get this on that, fingers crossed, at some point during this lecture, there is a maximum wind speed that we're supposed to use the tent box, and that's 39 miles an hour. So if the wind gusts to more than 39 miles an hour, we're not supposed to use it. And today it's forecast a little bit later on to get up to about 36. So fingers crossed, it'll actually be a good test to see if it works or not. Thanks to Justin, he's come up and helped us get it out of the box, well out of the barn and out of the box and onto the trailer here so I can get it ready. I can't lift it because my back is just too bad. But it's all unboxed, it's on the trailer, so I'm going to follow the instructions very carefully and start preparing it ready to go on the nav. So apparently inside here are all the bits and pieces that we're going to need, but I need to just lift it slightly so I can get into it. So I've got to undo these straps and hopefully then I should be able to lift it up. There we go. So I am looking for some bits and pieces, which I don't know where they are. Are they in here? I don't know. Are they in there? They're not in there. Are they up here? No, no, no. Where is everything? Oh dear me, let's put that back down for a second. I've had to get Sean back out. So if we just give it a lift, it's windy already. Right, let's lift this bit up and this bit and this bit. Right, so inside here, we should have a bag of goodies. So we've got the pegs. These are the pegs when we put the tent up. We've got the travel cover, we've got a welcome kit, we've got the fixing kit, we've got some bungee cords, straps, and a ladder, which can go on the floor for now. Right, that's everything, so we can put it back down, try not to let everything flap about. I think that'll do. Bye-bye. First thing we've got to do is install the ladder, which I didn't think would be the first thing, but there we go. This is the ladder comes with it. It's like a telescopic ladder. We've actually got one of these in the barn. That's what those pads are for. That makes sense. So apparently label side up, and then all we do is align these holes with the holes on there, and they should just clip in. There we go. They just lifted up a little bit. There we go. That's in. Next we've got this pole bag. Apparently there's a channel just here, and there's like a little pole thing in there It's not why it's called a pole bag, I'm sure. But we slide that in that channel there and just lay that down just by the side of the ladder. It's all going very well. A bit too well, if you ask me. I'm waiting for the bum's rush. Right, the ladder's on. The pole bag is on. I'm starting to remember the names of things, which is good. The next thing I've got to do is put the travel cover over the whole thing before we put it on the nav. Before I do that, I've got to tuck everything back in. I'm always saying this to Sean when we're walking around Marks and Spencer's, but I've got to tuck all the things in from when we lifted it up to get the gubbins out. Right, that's all back in, so I'm just gonna strap this back up for now. These will just keep everything in while I'm getting it ready. Right, this is the travel cover. This is gonna go over the whole tent box, and that basically protects it from the wind and the rain and the elements when we're out on the road. Now, the cover has got this kind of pole, a bit like the pole bag had. What I need to do is slide this down this channel at the bottom of the tent box. Definitely helps if you have somebody pulling at the other side. This is quite heavy, it's really heavy duty. Nearly there, we are done. Can you see me over there? Right, so I've got the cover on, it's fixed on. I now need to pull it over and get it right over the other side, making sure that I get all the corners on. So I'm just undoing the Velcro a little bit, and I'm trying to get the corners really secure. I think we're getting there. So the cover's on. Next thing we've got to do is zip it up. So there's a zip down at the bottom. You can see this little pull cord here. It's about 6 inches long. And we don't have to undo this zip again once it's on. So everything's tucked in. We're going to pull this zip all the way around, keeps it weatherproof, keeps it nice and tight and secure. It actually makes things a lot easier if we just lift this flap up, especially when we're going around the corners. As we get to the end, we've got this Velcro. We can just tuck this pull cord up into the corner like this, pull that Velcro down. That keeps it nice and secure, nice and tight. Weirdly easy, although I have been following the instructions. The people who make the roof tent box do like a video installation, which I've been watching near enough constantly for a few weeks. So it's all done. The only thing I can't work out is it says the last step is to put some straps, and there's some straps that go across, and the straps that come with it don't match the straps on the video, and there's no kind of point to anchor them underneath, and they don't go all the way around. They're not long enough because they're kind of stitched up in the middle. So I'm gonna have to go back and do a bit of research on that. It's not gonna stop us from installing it now. It just means that I'm gonna have to find out how to do that once it's on the top before we go traveling with it. While the car's still, it's not a problem. So next thing I need to do now is get Justin and Sean back and see if we can get it up on that roof rack.
We need to level it up.
No, that's level.
Is it level?
It is. It's exactly the same.
Nonsense. Look, no. It's hanging over at least 6 inches more this side than it is that side.
Well, that's 6 inches.
Right, it's in your world.
Oh, I'm going to get some tape. Tape measure.
Go on then.
50 centimetres.
Right, what's 6 inches on top of that?
6 inches, 50 centimetres. I mean centimetres. It's 50 centimetres. So it's
So-
got to go 3.5 centimetres.
That bloody thing off.
I left them to it at this point and put the kettle on. When I got back, they'd calmed down a bit and the tent box was perfectly level. It turns out, after arguing for an hour on whether it was level, they had to move it again to slide on these plates that attach the tent box to the roof bars. 2 plates go on each side of the bar, and that means we've got to lift the tent box again just slightly so that we can get 1 plate on either side. Then it's just a matter of measuring the tent box again just to make sure it's level before placing the clamp underneath the bolts and tightening them up with the supplied 13mm ratchet spanner. It does help if you've got strong wrists.
I'll tell you something, it's a bugger getting older. Having to rely on friends to help you because you've got a bad back or bad hips or bad knees. Oh dear, falling apart. It's on. And difficulty level, I don't know, because I watched the installation video quite a few times before we did it. And so if I can do it, I think anybody can do it. I managed to get the roof bars on, and with the help of Justin and Sean, we got the tent box up on the roof bars. So difficulty, quite easy. I reckon a 3 or 4 out of a 10. That's not too bad. The next bit is unpacking it and actually getting it up. Now, I've never had a problem getting things up. Let's see how this goes. It seems a very high, tall thing. What I've got to do first of all then is find where that zip was, and then I've got to unzip it. It's not under that one. I don't think it's under this. Oh yeah, it is under this one. So I've got to pull the cover back off. Yay! This is, if it's going to go wrong, this is where it's going to go wrong. So what I need to do is I need to grab the ladder, okay, which I've done, and then use the ladder to pull. That's not going to work, is it? Okay, I'm back. I forgot to undo the straps. So let's try that again. Right, get hold of the ladder and pull the ladder down. Oh, that's better. And then, oh, I've forgotten what I meant to do. Okay, pull that over. And then pull that. Okay, and then once we get there, yay! Okay, and then the ladders go down. Is that right? I think that's right. Right, that looks right. It don't feel right though. Right, so that needs to be level, so I need to pull that, that's it. Get that down. That should be right. Is that right? No, that's not right. It needs to come down further. Why won't it come down further? That is right. I'm sure that's right. That's not right, is it? Just need to fold this up, so I'm going to roll this up. And then there's just some Velcro, which apparently somehow, I don't know how, it fastens to. So I'm guessing that it rolls up, but I don't know what it attaches to. There's nothing, I don't get that. What does it, is there, all right, there's a hook. Here we go. So there's a hook, and that does that. Perfect, perfect. That breezer's getting up. Right, that bit's done. So now I've got to put the poles, remember these? So these go in there. I've forgotten what the name of it is, you know what I'm like, but I'm gonna have to go up the ladder to do this because I can't quite reach it. It's definitely windier up here. All right, so the first thing I've got to do is get this. Now, if you notice through here, you can just probably see a little hole there. So I need to put this through under there and then just into that little hole. Then I need to remove this toggle, bend this back and put it in there like that. And then we've got another one in the hole. Yay. So same again. So I've got to find that hole, one in. I'm actually glad that I'm trying this in this strong wind because it is good practice for when we're out and about and we're trying to set it up if we've got strong winds. There we go. Right, I haven't got the luxury of these steps up at the back. So apparently you can put these poles in from inside, which means I'm gonna go in for the first time. Hello! Hello! There is one of these things here. I think that's it. There it is. Yay! Another one done. All right, I'm getting used to this now. So there should be another little hole somewhere here. There it is. Another one done. So now I've got to put the back ones on. So same holes again. So that's the first one. Oh, this is getting easy. Oh my word. I am definitely going to have to start doing Pilates again. Where's the hole? There's the hole. Yay! Last one. Where's the hole? There's the hole. I don't think I've ever said where's the hole more times in one vlog. Yay! Done! Whoa. Right. If you watched last week's video, you might remember me talking about not having a lot of confidence when it comes to doing practical things like this. And when you have little successes, even small like putting roof bars on a pickup, which to a lot of people isn't anything, but when you haven't got a lot of confidence in things like that, it makes a bit of a difference and it kind of boosts your confidence, doesn't it? It's like positive reinforcement, I think they call it. So I did come into putting this on the truck with a little bit more confidence than I was last week. And I think the other thing was the ASD thing, because I'd spent I don't know how many hours watching the installation video to make sure that I kind of remembered everything right. So it's gone without a hitch. Definitely a 2 or 3 man job. I wouldn't have been able to do this, well, without Justin, because I wouldn't have been able to lift it on just with Sean. But if you fit well, I think 2 of you could do it quite easily. It's weird that one of the viewers said after last week's vlog that that some people just spend their lives sitting around and doing the same thing and not exploring, not going outside and having adventures. And that's what I miss about when we had the boat, when we had Silver Fox. It was really the first time that I'd ever ventured out like that. I mean, we've done things in the past. We've worked out in the Maldives and we've had good jobs, but we've always been based around home, which was always Yorkshire. So getting the boat was the first real adventure of getting out there and exploring and seeing things and researching and just having an adventure. And I think I've realised over the last couple of years living here that, not that I don't enjoy living here, I love the Highlands. We're not moving. We're not going back on a boat. Sean's building the canoe, but that's about it. But I do miss that kind of adventure and getting out and exploring. And that's what this is now going to give us. And hopefully it will give me a bit of confidence, because after the last couple of years, it's been tough and it's been awkward. That's why we've not made a lot of videos, because we don't want to come across as complaining and whining, because we're not that type of people. But a lot of bad things has happened, and that's why we've been quiet. We'd rather be quiet than go on and go on and go on about it, because there's enough misery in the world as it is. We don't want to add to it as well. People subscribed to our channel, especially through lockdown back in 2020 and 2021, to escape that misery. And that's what we want to carry on and do. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm really excited. This is a lovely space, by the way. Before you start commenting that it's a bit lopsided and this, that and the other, the tent box is absolutely fine. It's the way the pickup is parked on the land. We do need to level it out, and we can get some leveling ramps. I think camper vans get them as well, and it just kind of levels it out so that your tent box is level. But don't worry, we'll sort that before we start adventuring, which is, well, any time now. we could go now if we wanted. I think we still need a couple of bits. We've bought quite a lot of bits, and thanks to you as well. Some of you have been buying bits off our Amazon wish list to help us get this set up, which is we can't thank you enough. It's just so appreciated. There are other bits that we need yet, so if you want to help us out and check out the Amazon wish list, I think there's a QR code on the page. There's also a link in the video description. You can have a see what's on. This thing's from like a couple of quid. It's like tick spray and things like that. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm glad this has gone without a hitch. Now we have to try and get it put back before it starts raining, because we don't want to pack it up when it's wet. I think I better go get Sean.
We've installed several security devices on the TentBox, including security nuts, a data tag kit, alarm and tracker. Obviously, I'm not going to show these on the vlog, but if you get a TentBox or something similar, we strongly advise that you get something to protect yours.
I put my coat on because it's cold now and windy.
Do you know what I'm more worried about?
What?
I'm more worried about the wind in the microphone making us sound like those cheap plastic channels. You know, where all you can hear is... I wonder if that worked. It is extremely windy,
yeah.
Which is what I said right at the beginning of the vlog, wasn't it? That the tent can withstand safely, apparently, winds up to 39 miles an hour, and we were expecting gusts up to 36, which is what we're getting. So it's not blowing a hoolie. I haven't blown a hoolie for ages.
You haven't blown a hooligan for ages.
Hoolie. Oh yeah, hooligan, isn't it? Yeah. But it was a good tester. It was a good tester, wasn't it?
Yes, it was, yes.
I've quite enjoyed it today.
It's been good.
That's another feather in my cap.
Another feather in your cap.
I just need a cap now
It needs a new back.
to put all my feathers in. I did hurt my back, which I don't know if you saw on the time lapse because it was very fast.
Yeah, it was very fast. But we were putting the cover on slightly wrong, and then we figured out that we were doing it wrong and we did it right then.
So I thought that you just put the cover on, get the corners. I did that last week
That as well.
Cornetto. Just one cornetto.
It's getting a little bit bizarre.
Give it to me. Give it to me now. Harder. So yeah, we were doing that wrong. So we got one corner on where the zip was,
yeah.
And then you go zip to zip, corner to corner.
Corner to corner, yes.
And it tended to work then.
Yeah.
I wonder if I'm picking myself up on both microphones.
You might be.
You'll be very quiet there, but I don't think we're getting any of this. But anyway, I could hear something rattling then. It's probably my back. The remnants of my lumbar spine.
Or that pea that rattles around inside my skull.
Rattling in the wind. The other good thing is that we got it done before the showers came.
They're coming.
Because apparently you're not supposed to put it away when it's damp because it can get a bit mouldy.
Yes.
You know that from personal experience.
Absolutely.
Are we done?
I hope so. I'm hungry.
We're having a curry tonight.
We are. We're having Chinese tonight. Chinese takeaway.
They're not bothered about. You're not bothered about that, are you?
I am.
We're ready. We've got everything ready. It's on there and it's secure and we're ready to go. I don't even know where the first place we're going is yet.
I don't.
We're getting new glasses tomorrow, so we're not going anywhere tomorrow apart from Inverness.
Yeah.
But we're not going camping in Inverness.
No.
I think we've rattled on enough.
I think we are.
Stay tuned for the famous adventures of Foxes Afloat. If you'd like to help us out, join us on Patreon, get some exclusive content.
More of this rubbish.
Become a YouTube member if you want. Either. The Patreon's better for us.
Patreon.
Sorry, YouTube, didn't mean that.
Patreon.
Is that it?
I hope so. I'm starving.
All right then. We will see you next time, where we might be off adventuring.
We might be.
Or my back might have gone and I don't know.
He'll be in hospital in traction.
But whatever, we'll see you next time. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.
Ta-ra. Evening, afternoon, whatever you are.
I've forgotten. No, that doesn't sound right, does it? So we start that one again. Is that the camera? It is, isn't it? Don't stand watching. Honestly, I get so nervous. Nobody can hear him because he's not got a microphone on. But you are my glamorous assistant. He's channeling the Debbie McGee, can you tell? And they should just clip in, he says. The bags of gubbins. Gubbins. So this is where I've got to try not to rip the damn thing. 3. Right, bugger off. You all right, Sean?
I'm confused about these. How do we get these clamps on?
And take the cover off. It's a good job I've got the step. Can't reach. And then there's just some Velcro, somehow. I don't know how, but I don't know what it attaches to. There's nothing, I don't get that. What does it, not doing my back any good. Can I get that in? I can't get that in. That one's not going in, is it? Try this a different way. That's not going to work either, is it? Okay, let's really bend it. There we go. There it is. And where's the... Oops! Lost one. It's a good job I've got a spare in it. This is a lot of faff. My back's hating it. Get in the hole, you bugger. First thing I did when I got in was take my shoes off.